Hey guys, it's Kuzomari here, back with another live stream. Give me just a second. I'm going to post this link on some of my social media. Alrighty, how many people in? 6? Alright, I'm almost done here uploading this stuff. Alright. Let me get rid of this here, this, that. Try to clear out the RAM on my iPad. Alright. So I'm inking a page of Ordinal Tempest here. I've been trying to use pages that won't be any spoilers or anything like that. So I've been trying to do that. But yeah, let's get to this real quick. I'm on. All right. I wish I could find out some music I could play while doing this without having any copyright issues. All right. Just talk a little bit. Yeah, update on my day so far has been, woke up at 9 something. I've been inking Ordinal Tempest since about 9:30 in the morning up till just like 45 minutes ago because I had to take a shower. Let's see here. And I'm going to be trying to actually, I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter tonight, inking all night. Get ahead of this game. All right, that's good enough for me. All right, let's go here and turn this back. Actually, just in case you guys didn't know, this is a nifty little tool up here for CLIPSTUDIO. If you guys use CLIPSTUDIO, if you create something or a tool exactly how you like it, you can click that and it'll lock your tool and it'll stay the same way. Doesn't mean you can't mess with something. See, watch, I'll move it to 10 here, scaling, and then I'll click over here, click back, and it goes back to 5. So basically you can have a tool that you lock to something and then you can change the size of it, do something, and once you go off of it, go back onto it, it'll be back to the way it was. So that way you never lose the settings for that tool. And I have my selection tool set up exactly how I like it because it selects perfectly. All right. Let me see if you guys are seeing everything. Well, that's the bottom of the iPad, so I could probably move this down this way a little. Huh? Am I right? Yeah. I was actually, while inking most of the day, I was listening to another live stream of another artist. Well, I actually didn't get on his live stream. I got to see his live stream after he had uploaded it. Said he was going to be back and like to do another live stream at night, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it or not. But I was going to probably watch that live if he does make it. His name's YouTube name is Joseph King, I believe. Does comics. It's not like the writer just of Ordinal Tempest, John Lawrence, just. Oh, this is amazing. Send me a link to something. I thought he was sending me the link to my own live stream. I was gonna be like, what? Because I actually didn't tell him that I was doing a live stream of the page. I was pretty sure this page out of everything would be just fine, not for any spoilers. Just show you guys what I've been up to. I'm going to show you page 1 because there's no spoilers there, but it is a reveal page that, you know, there's not going to be that many of my fans seeing it right now on here. So, well, I mean, that's not true, but I mean, it's not going to spoil anything. Waiting to show it for the chapter, but showing it on here, majority of people who read my stuff will not actually be seeing it on here. Because I'm pretty sure that most of you people that are watching this live stream may not actually be subscribed to Noir Caesar. So this is my first page. Or the first page to Ordinal Tempest. And let me know what you guys think. Got some stuff going on here. But yeah. Alright. Do not save. Alright. Let's see. It's gonna be difficult because I haven't really actually designed this thing. I kind of just went with the flow. I'll look at some comments here in a second if you guys have put any up there. Look at some here in just a second. But anyways, by the live stream I was watching earlier of Joseph King, I've been watching him for a little while now, and I haven't watched him recently, and saw that he uploaded a live stream, so I was like, oh, I'll watch it. And it looks like he's actually, there's a point where he's talking about how he wasn't sure if he wanted to try to submit to like Marvel or something, because he does comic books and stuff, but looks like he's submitting a pitch. Like where they give you basically a script and then you draw their script and then from there they decide if they want you or not. But yeah, I'm excited that he's actually working on the pitch and he's doing live stream stuff for it, and he's a extremely good comic artist. I mean, his stuff's really good, and really I wish the best for him, because even though I'm not like a huge comic book fan, like I can see the skill it takes to do some of the stuff those artists do. You have to be, they're picky, and you have to be pretty darn good to get in. So best of luck to you, Joseph King. I actually did a paint video of one of his characters in one of my earlier videos. But if I wasn't worried about spoilers, I'd probably be streaming a lot more. Because I could stream once every other day if I wanted to. And as long as I stay productive in my streams, I don't actually mind which passive streams I have. All right, I'm going to look at some comments here real quick. What's up, Jeff? What? How's drawing full time? Drawing full time is really great, but you gotta stay disciplined to stay on the projects that you're working on. Like, I don't know if you've ever had this when you're trying to create a project of your own, you'll be like, yeah, this is so cool, and then you start doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you get this other really good idea, right? And you go start doing that. Well, that's what I feel like even being published full time is like, because you get all these other cool ideas that you want to draw out, but you need to make sure you do your work. But yeah, honestly, it's great. It's great. Oh yeah, and just to let you guys know, for most of you are probably normal streamers, but this video is also going to be uploaded normally as well after this stream. So you guys can also check me out on my Instagram and stuff. I've been trying to post more on Instagram. I've been posting some of my stuff on Twitter, and what I've been doing is since social media is more fun on Instagram between Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I like Instagram better. So I've been posting. I've been posting a little bit on Twitter. I've been posting most of the art stuff on Instagram, and then I'll compile like all the stuff that I've been posting on Instagram, and I'll post them in like bulk on my Facebook. So that's what I've been trying to do lately. But yeah, you guys can check me out there. Everything will be in the description below. So, anyways, keep looking at some of these comments. Finally caught you streaming. I'm glad you're here. Apostle. Is this a manga page? How are you streaming? I'm streaming with my phone. I just have my phone on a claw, and yes, this is a manga page. It's published with Noir Caesar. Anything you need to know about us, or the link to their stuff is in the description below. Their website, the link to the writer, and so Marcus Johnson, John Lawrence, and I. We collaboratively write on this. John Lawrence writes the scripts, though. He scripts it, so he gets most of the dialogue and everything out. So he's a beast. He's doing a bunch of series at once, as am I. No, okay, I'm only doing 2, but he's doing quite a bit writing work for several series. And he also, John and Marcus both write Arms of the Dragon, which I'm only the artist for Arms of the Dragon. But that one, chapter 5 is coming out next month, so you're not gonna want to miss that. But yeah, John Lawrence and Marcus Johnson. Marcus Johnson actually created Arms of the Dragon, so he's a beast as well. Anyways, I completely forgot where I was going with that. I'm going to look at this. The comments. Oh, CLIPSTUDIO. Yes, it is CLIPSTUDIO. As of right now, I forgot when. No. Not yet. I think CLIPSTUDIO still hasn't done the month-to-month payment yet. I think I'm still in the free trial period. But yeah, I should be. I think it's like a 5-month free trial. It ends. I forgot when it ends, but even if I was paying for it, I wouldn't care. Like, seriously, it's $8 a month. Like, what I am creating is about 700 times that amount or more. So, yeah. Nah, no, 700. No, it's actually more than 700 times that amount. So I don't really mind paying $8 a month because I literally do all my work on here except for lettering, and sometimes I'll just port it over to my desktop to do the screen tones, but I might actually be doing them on here this time. Yo, yo. Yeah, iPad mini. I don't even know if I don't even know if Clip Studio is on iPad mini. I mean, if it is, it probably would not, it would probably work, but definitely, definitely not as well as on this uh, 2017 generation iPad Pro, because this thing, this thing hustles. Can't wait for the new 2018 generation. I'm going to be saving up for that. Anyways, what you guys up to? What's the meaning of life? No, if you guys have any questions, just ask. But other than that, like, do you guys have any projects you're working on? Trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. All right. This just doesn't seem like it's moving the way I want it to. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, I think I mentioned this in one of my other streams, but if you didn't watch it, the iPad Pro works really great with CLIPSTUDIO to create manga, black and white screen tone. So I had an issue. There was one time where it really did, like, it does give me a lot of trouble, and it is really frustrating, is when I have a really big file and I do a colored illustration that covers the whole thing. Basically, because there's so much information it has to take in, I just don't think there's enough, processing power, RAM, whatever it takes up. Yeah, it has a hard time with it, and it lags, And I mean, you can paint pretty well on there. It's just some things it's just doesn't doesn't want to deal with, and only when you're coloring and stuff. For me, at least, when you're using big files, if you're using same amount of file, like same file size that Procreate could handle, the biggest file size, you're gonna be fine. Like, because I was using file sizes way larger than Procreate could handle with way more layers than Procreate lets you have. Don't get me wrong, I love Procreate. Actually, um, my sketching and practicing sessions have all been on Procreate. That's pretty much what I wake up. When I wake up, I have a practice session and I open up Procreate and I use that. Procreate, I love to paint on, I love to sketch on. It's just an amazing tool for convenience and just being able to do something really fast. Plus, like, it really works very well for just wanting to be able to simply just get in there, do something, and get out because of how its layout is. This is this is pretty much like a desktop, and although I could do it like that, I just on CLIPSTUDIO, I just feel more comfortable not like clicking into this area and looking for my stuff like this. It just feels more comfortable in Procreate. But I guarantee Procreate will start stepping up their game with CLIPSTUDIO around, because a lot of artists are starting to use CLIPSTUDIO. The artists that are getting paid for work, and even if they don't get paid for their works, a lot of people are starting to use CLIPSTUDIO, especially before this free trial. Like with this free trial. But yeah, Procreate will have to start stepping up their game. And it's going to be really awesome, actually. This is what I've been waiting for. Procreate getting pressure put on them, because so far, no application has been aggressively trying to match them. Sketchbook, amazing app. I actually, their new update is really cool. It's really cool. It doesn't beat out Procreate, though. Still doesn't. Um, um, but yeah. Let me see what I'm doing here. Let me get some big block sheet here. But yeah, nothing's really been able to touch Procreate since it came out. And or it's been out for a long time, since people have been putting drawing programs for the iPad Pro in the spotlight, is what I mean. And finally, like, I know there's a lot out there. There's other applications that are fun to draw on, but they just don't match Procreate. There's a PaintStorm, just it's a wannabe full desktop application. It has everything, but the resolution of the works that you're going to be doing on there are really low, because like you're not going to be able to do print quality work on there. I mean, you could, but it just wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be able to work on there because I have to work at a very high, like big canvas, high resolution, stuff like that. That thing cannot handle it. Let me think of some other. Oh, Medibang. Medibang is also really good, especially for the fact that it's free. Like that's one reason you can never bash on Medibang. Like, come on, like if you're gonna be like, well, it's got this problem, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. Like, but try not to bash Medibang too much, because they're literally giving you this stuff for free. Like, it's close to CLIPSTUDIO. If you're basically, I would say, Medibang is good for creating comics or manga for a cheap price, which is nothing. But the reason why I say it like that is because is not as good for painting. You can paint on there, don't get me wrong. Like, you can always paint on something, but It's just not as good as Procreate or Clip Studio with painting. But for a free app, like I've said, it's super amazing. It's ridiculous that they give you that much stuff for free. Like, I'm super surprised. I mean, they could charge $5 for that app and people would still buy it if they knew what it could do, you know? Okay, this is my problem lately. I've been working way too long on panels. Now what I want to do is come through here this guy. What I'm probably going to end up doing once I go and do my screen tones on this is I'm probably going to end up screen toning this just enough so I can put more water effects on it. Basically, this is the back of like a big monster thing called Strata coming out of some bloody water. All right, I'm gonna call it good on that. And let's move on to the last panel here. One thing that upsets me, even with Clip Studio on the desktop, is they don't have an option that I know of to when you make manga panels, it doesn't position them as default for a manga that reads right to left. Because, for example, this is my last panel, but by default, it got put before this one because technically this would be the one you read before that one on a right to left manga. So that's something I wish they would fix. As well as I cannot, if you guys know at all, I cannot change the size of this stuff anymore. These things. I can't. I don't know why. Maybe something I have turned off, but I swear you used to be able to change the size of these. I know I can drag it off and change the size and whatnot, but I cannot. Oh, son of a. Great, look what I've done. But I cannot change the size while it's on there, and it's frustrating me. Ah! Okay. It just won't let me. Whatever. Actually, I want to take this off again because that's too thick. It's just too thick. Now you're just sitting here watching me struggle with this. You would think, just grab it with a pen, Chris. It doesn't work as well as you would think. Sometimes, last time I got this to work, oh, there we go. Oh, whatever. Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Big is it? Yeah, that should be good. look at some comments here in a second to see if there are any. All right, I'm gonna look at some comments here. Oh. Am I big on smart buttons? Are you talking about these guys over here? Or, I don't know, I just work the way I do here. Because I don't really use these at all. I mean, I'm sure I could customize them to make my workflow a little better, but I don't know, I just haven't played with them because I've gotten so used to this format. Just being able to click like this for now. Am I self-taught? Yes, I am. How do I make thumbnails? Or oh, you're talking about for are you talking about for my manga pages? Because the answer to that is I don't make thumbnails. I do it the very bad way. And all of these pages, if you guys ever read these, which you should, okay, but if you guys read these are raw. These are first sketch, no storyboard, no nothing, no thumbnails. I did these first try. I went straight to final draft, and then after pencil started inking. Ibis paint, it's awesome. Let's just, while I'm looking at some other comments, I'm gonna, where are you? Okay. Let's see. It's right there. Is this it? This seems really simplistic though. Like, see, the reason why I look at these things and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, like, is it worth it? Because Procreate or ClipStudio or free Medibang would most likely do everything these things can do. At this point, if a new app comes into the game, it's pretty much either trying to make the flow of that whole experience better, um, coming up with original ways to have their interface work. Like what I really want them to create is something that is straight up like a freaking notebook. I know there was something like that, but after an update, it changed. I'll download this and see how it works. I'll get the free version at first just to see what it offers. Oh, um, but I forgot what I was saying. Let's see. Okay, so I was talking about a sketchbook app. Yeah, I want them to literally make something that's like a sketchbook app where, if you're in it, it's like this canvas that goes into 2 pages, and if you do it long ways, it would just be 1 page. And when you go to swipe like this, you can flip through the pages. And if you want to do it really fast, you could either have a feature to like flip through it really fast, or you can legitimately pull back like that, like this, or I don't know, maybe there would be a button to click and then you can shuffle through all the pages real quick and click whatever you want and it goes in. But then there's that normal feature where you could swipe back and forth through all your pages or whatnot. And it like actually has a flip animation like you might have seen in Kindle or Nook when you flip pages in a book. I don't know. I want something like that. That would be really cool. It would work as like a sketchbook. Have it be more, have some good tools that you can use. Nothing like crazy, but some good markers. Some good markers, stuff like that. Something to really simulate a sketch pad. Hey Chris, this is John. This page is trash. Start from scratch on Microsoft Paint. Overpriced font. Get out of here, John. No one asked you to look at the project you're writing, all right, in a live stream and bash the artist. This is what I have to deal with every day. No, I'm kidding. John's cool. He's just messing around. All right, I'll delete the page right now. Okay. I would probably kill myself. Not actually. I would not do that. I draw the exact way every tutorial on YouTube tells you not to. That's because I draw how I want to draw. I don't have anyone sitting over my shoulder being like, "No, you have to do this way, you have to do that way." I am going to say, I do recommend doing thumbnails. I do this because of deadlines. Thumbnails help you figure out if the composition in the frame is good, if this is good, if the angle's good, if you could do an angle better. It helps with that a lot. The reason why I don't do it, like I said, is if I'm in a pinch, which I'm always in a pinch, and I need to get something done fast, I'll just go straight into my final pages. That's also because I've done so many pages now that it's not like I've done so many, but I've done enough pages to know that know what I want to do. Or technically, I'll create a thumbnail in my head of what I want to do when I'm reading the script. But I'm sure you guys have seen, I guess you guys can technically consider my super rough if dang, I've already merged it. Basically, before this sketch, I do a really, really thick lined sketch that's just outlining the bodies and the perspective I want. I guess you could say that's like my thumbnail. night version of it. That's just to test it out to see if it is working right, and then I go into the final inking or the final sketch from that. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about in my last live stream, which I am still working on the video. I got the time lapse already. I just got to put some music on it and do a voiceover real quick for it. I have the time lapse version of that, so you don't have to watch the whole live stream. Do it anyways. Watch the whole live stream. Anyways, let me look at what you guys saying up here. He's a loose cannon. Get out of here, John. You don't know what's good and what's not. I'm telling you right now, Medibang is probably better than that app, but and Medibang's free. And I'm talking about like free, full-fledged. Like you can do everything that I'm doing here, you could do on Medibang. Like I'm seriously just inking and putting screen tones on this, which you can do on Medibang. That program is made for drawing manga more so than painting, like I said. That's why it's not super good at painting. It does have paintbrushes, but it just doesn't have enough customization. It's just not as customizable as the brushes in Procreate. Sorry, I'm actually listening to some music once again, so I'm starting to get confused by what words are going into my ears and what words are spewing out of my mouth. Spewing out of my mouth. Okay, I need to stay productive. I'm losing people. I'm at 8. I was at 17. Where did you... Oh. Where did Yo got that glove? I like your comment, man. That made me laugh. This is literally a glove that I bought from the store, the pack of 2. And I just cut it. And screw those gloves you buy online. Like, seriously, you're going to be paying, like, I don't know. It's totally worth it, trust me. You have 2 gloves, so that way if you mess up on one, you have another one to test it out on. If you succeed at doing both properly, then you have 2 gloves. So, and these work really well. I really like them. I did get a glove one time online, and it was silkish, almost. Not real silk, it just felt silky. And that glove freaking sucked. I hated it. So I just went back to these gloves. Because these gloves are dope as fudge. I don't care what people say. I've heard some people that be like, "Oh, cool drawing, but that glove ruined the video." Okay. I'm not gonna stop wearing this because it ruined the video for you. Gosh, I have to figure out exactly what I want to do with this. I don't know. Sorry for the burp there, guys. Just think about some of those comments. He's a loose cannon. Get out of here, John. Oh my gosh. Let me look. I came here to watch you. Delete. John, I am pretty sure you do not want me to delete this page. If you want to, if I deleted this page, I think we would all cry because then I'll just delete the rest of the chapter and then I'll give up on life. All right. Do you have any tips on paneling? Yeah, study other manga. No, seriously though, literally just study other manga and look at their paneling. And I'm not talking about just one manga. I'm talking about look at a variety of different manga. The best way to figure stuff out is to study one manga, figure out what they do, like what are the similarities between each page you're looking at from one page to another within that same manga, and what they do in order to what's consistent basically. So you can find out what's the standard, because you can also look at all of these other pages to find out what's the standard and what people do and what do other people do to make it more original. Stuff like that. How many panels are on a page? Look for stuff like this. How many panels are on a page? What are in the panels when there are certain sizes? What are in the small panels? Think about that. What are in the small panels? What are in the big panels when they are there? What do they use full 2-page spread? What do they use? What's happening when there is only 3 panels on a page? Because if there's 3 panels on a page, you're going to look at it like this. Oh, well, technically this is a case in that I wanted to make this whole thing basically the scene of her running. And then I wanted to put the actions of what's going on when she's running within that huge panel, which technically you're not supposed to do it like this per se, because oh shoot, I need to know which one this is. Left, right. So this, okay, that's okay. This is the binding side. So this is going to be what's closest to the spine. So what you want to remember is you're not supposed to go past these points on your spine side. And when I say these points, I mean there's like this box right here, and you never want to go past that. But see, I did, only because I know that this is going to be cut off to a certain point over here, and I don't really mind because I designed it so that way it would be okay. But yeah, just study a lot of different manga for sure. But I mean, I am going to do tutorials on this type of stuff in the future for sure. You got a glove and cut it just like that. That's the only one. Yeah, who cares about getting those like professional gloves? I mean, like if I saw one that I tried on that was really nice and it was $10 for one glove and I actually really liked it, I would get it, okay? But these things online, you never know how they're going to be made. And a lot of them are actually made worse than these gloves you will get at the store, because they're like, artists will buy them because they think they need them, or they want them and they don't want to look like ghetto with a cut glove. People will buy them. They're going to get a quick buck for something that's actually made worse than these. So let's see what else is going on in here. Glove is an eyesore. I'm fired. All right, everyone, just attack John in the comments. See, John's name is Vermilion Knight. Everyone just start cursing at him. He's the writer for this series. He's the guy, well, me, John, and Marcus, but he does the scripts, and right now he's being mean, so everyone just yell at him. $10 to whoever smells the glove. I do take this glove off, all right? I watched this yesterday. Did I watch this one? Okay, I have like 4 gloves, okay? And I rotate, all right? By the way, can you rate the pressure of your current stylus? I'm wondering. The pressure sensitivity on this is freaking amazing. You can do anything from it. Honestly, what comes down to something being able to feel like a brush or a pen is good pressure sensitivity and then application that can actually take advantage of that, which Procreate and CLIPSTUDIO are both things that take advantage of the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil has just as much pressure. Oh, that was great. My video cut out. Can you guys hear me? These comments. Anyways, the bottom line is if you guys, okay, cool. My video cut out for a second. I had to restart to resume the stream. Anyways, stylus is great. I use a Cintiq. I think it's 13 HD or yeah, 13 HD, and yeah, this is great. So it feels just like that or even better. When we look at these comments are just gonna be ridiculous. There's no better stylus than the Apple Pencil. Oh God, don't get the Surface Pro is cool in concept, and the fact that it can run desktop applications that is beautiful. But the stylus on it does not have its initial activation force is horrible. So you have to push harder to get a line, and that's stupid. Like I hate that. That means it's pressure sensitivity. You're not getting everything out of it that you should because its initial activation force is almost nothing, or you actually have to push harder. And even on their newer models. Now look, I'm hardly touching this. Hardly. This thing, I'm telling you right now, I'm a very, very picky artist. And this stylus and this iPad, unless you're doing huge poster quality works, this thing could work as a laptop. With the iPads coming up in the future, this new 2018 iPad is going to be the closest to actually being able to completely replace a laptop. We'll see exactly how far they push with it. If they push as far as I think they will, if they push as far as I think they will, they'll get to a good point that it's going to really start bleeding into professionals' works, that they could actually use this majority of the time and only use their desktop periodically sometimes. And basically, if they do what I hope they do, this will actually completely eliminate you having to use a laptop at all. Most people in general, like professionals, need a desktop. So you're going to need a desktop anyways. But if you're not doing work professionally at that time, I'm not talking about the quality of your work, but professionally for like studio or something like that, and you don't have a laptop yet and you want to get something to get better at digital artwork and just get better at drawing in general, this is, you would not be disappointed. Get this product. It's amazing. Okay, I say this in all my videos and I'm not exaggerating. This thing is amazing. There's artists that have gotten this and so many of them were skeptical when they get it. The artists are like, wow, this is actually really good. The first generation iPad got a lot of backlash because they advertised it as a laptop replacement and it did not completely deliver. But this one, 40% faster than the other one, and that's no joke. It is faster. Now, if they make the next one 40 to 50% faster, oh my gosh, the thing is going to be a freaking beast. Sorry, guys, I've been dreaming about that. Anyways, let me look at it. Brush sensitivity on iPad is better than the Surface Pro. Oh man, I need to get back to drawing, guys. Stop commenting so much. No, I'm kidding. I like you guys commenting. I like having a discussion a little, you know? But I also like drawing too. And I need to get work done. But I'm staying up all night, so. Wait, did I watch this one? Sound real sure there, buddy. Uh, oh gosh, you guys are. Sorry, I'm just reading some comments here. Um, yes, your career is over. I fire you, John. You're a Photoshop diehard? Yeah, dude, trust me, there's plenty on here that would rival or get stuff done similar to Photoshop. In fact, Infinity Photo is freaking ridiculous. It's almost exactly like Photoshop, so you can do anything Photoshop would with that baby. I'm sold. Yeah, trust me, the iPad Pro is not going to be a bad purchase. And not to mention, there is something that I'm looking. Okay, I'm going to draw when I'm talking. There is something that I'm looking into, and I want to find out how well it works. It's made by the guys that do AstroPads. So they made that thing called Luna, which literally turns your iPad into a second display, which means it will be completely lag free. So keep that in mind. If you get this iPad Pro, now just think about that. If you get this iPad Pro, it's portable with things on it. It's got like desktop feature apps on it that only lag when you're putting something really high resolution on it. Um, and then if you were to get this Luna thing, which I think it's actually going to be shipped soon, but if you're getting this Luna thing, when it actually comes out, I think it's like $50. It sounds ridiculous, but you don't have to get it right away. That's something where you're like, I'm going to be satisfied with this iPad Pro for a little while until I think, you know what, I could use. I saved up enough money. I could actually use this Luna Fusion thing, and you can turn your iPad Pro into a second display where you can use your Apple Pencil as a stylus, and bam, it's working like a Cintiq. And you're like, well, is the display big enough for that? First of all, with the new iPad Pros coming out, the displays are going to be a little bigger. Even if it's going to be the same form factor, they're going to cut off these bezels more. So the screens are going to be bigger. Second of all, this Luna Fusion thing, it's going to be no different than working on it like this, because what it does is it actually fits the screen properly to your ratio. That's what they're doing with this second monitor feel for this Luna thing. So that's really cool. But the iPad Pro standalone is already really crazy without having to, you know, get that. But that's always an alternative, like if you really think you need something for your desktop. But if anything, if you have a hard time doing high resolution colored stuff, you could always just do inks on here and then color on a desktop. So what am I doing? I need a freaking okay. All right, let me just read some of these. Just found your channel. You're really talented and cool, and your glove, I can deal with it. Thank you. Thank you, John. You're probably already gone, but thank you, John. Yeah, to what you, yeah, Procreate does not replace Photoshop. It really does depend on what you do. If you're doing like photo editing, I'm telling you right now, Affinity Photo would replace that. Affinity Photo would do what you need. If you're just painting, it's gonna do just fine. Like there's this dude, uh, gosh, Anthony Jones. He's crazy good at painting, and he got an iPad Pro, and he's a concept artist, and he's blown away by the iPad Pro, and he has some like really cool paintings up. There's people who do, like, it's not the tool that makes you good, it's you who's good. So it depends on how you use this. The only question is, can it handle resolution? Can it handle big files? That's what you really need to know, because it's no longer a question, can it import Photoshop documents, or at least that shouldn't be a question anymore. Every drawing application should have that in there. I mean, unless it's a cheap drawing application that just doesn't isn't really meant for that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's really gotten to the point where things are getting so crazy that it is really, can it handle high resolution stuff. And the iPad Pro this generation is already so far to that point, like so close to being able to just like I'm doing print quality manga on here, and I did my whole I did this whole illustration on here. Hopefully this doesn't crash it. There we go. I did this whole illustration on here. Do you want to know why this illustration got slow? That's why. Look, that's in one of the folders. There's so many layers in here. Oh, no, no. Wait for it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to open all the folders just so you can see what I'm talking about. That's how many layers I have on here. That is a ridiculous amount. This is, by the way, 12 inches by 9 inches. So 600 DPI. It's pretty large. That is pretty dang large, all right? It's not humongous, but that's a pretty big canvas. And that is a crap load of layers, all right? Anyways, do not save. And I've been wanting to do for a long time my reviews for Procreate, my actual reviews for CLIPSTUDIO. I just need to get around to it because right now I'm working on deadline stuff. So actually, I'm pretty much always on deadline stuff. I just need to get ahead on deadline stuff. That's the truth. But yeah. So yeah, I'm telling you, iPad Pro literally is the future for artists. At this point, if there's someone who's in high school or someone who's in college who wants to get an iPad Pro just to get better, then they're not doing anything too crazy. Get this. Don't get a laptop. Who cares? Like, some people are like, oh, well, what about the keyboard? I don't know. I don't really see a big problem with the keyboard. Some people don't like it, but humans are meant to adapt to the situation they're in. So you don't have to buy the $100 freaking what's it called? I don't know, that freaking keyboard. You don't have to buy that. Like, some people are like, after all the accessories, you're paying. Like, the two things I would recommend getting is a screen protector and a case. And you can find those like $10, $13 on Amazon. So I wouldn't fret about that. But you don't have to buy $100 freaking keyboard. I don't know. I find typing on here just freaking fine. Like, hopefully that's not on. Okay. American Gods. Oh, someone told me to watch that. I don't know. I find those just fine. You know? It's, it's natural. Hey, you know, I find it really natural. Or it can become really natural to someone when they do it enough. And actually it has a nice flow to it when you really get used to it, when you really get used to the typing on here. So it's not a necessity to have that $100 freaking clip-on keyboard. Give me a break. I mean, some people, but like I said, meant to adapt. The iPad Pro was a learning curve at first for me. It really was. At first, I was like, this is kind of hard to draw on because it is, the screen is pretty slick, but it's something you get used to real fast. Just like if you're a traditional artist and you start drawing on the best Cintiq ever, you're still going to have a learning curve. Everything has a little bit of a learning curve. But it's nothing like drawing on a freaking graphics tablet where you have to look at the screen and draw on that thing. That is so difficult for me. Oh gosh, the learning curve on that is like 3 years for me. Mother. I'm probably gonna quit the stream here in a little bit. I'm sad that I talked as much as I did, because if I didn't, I would have been able to finish this page with you guys here. All right, let me look at some comments here real quick. Yes, you can do professional work on here, totally. What about Affinity Photo? Affinity Photo is really good. I just recently saw a video of someone doing a photorealistic painting on there. Oh my goodness. Basically, Affinity Photo can do anything Photoshop can do. I'm not even kidding. I've watched videos about this, and it can do anything Photoshop can do, and you can do it on here. It's ridiculous. The reason why I don't use it is because, once again, it's an application that is focused around photo editing. Yes, you can use it to create manga or something like that, or paint, but it's mostly for photo editing. So it's not set up to be efficient for someone who's trying to paint. I mean, actually, it could be efficient for someone who's painting, but drawing manga, not so much. Yeah, Procreate's really good. Oh, you got a Chromebook? Tell me how that is. Do you have the pen with it? Because I've heard the Chromebook pen has like, do you draw on it or do you just get the Chromebook to like? I'm talking about artists for the iPad Pro, like people who are looking to actually draw with this product, like and want it to last through like being able to make like to them getting to a really good level of art. If you're no matter what you're doing, um, whatever you're doing, you want it to last you a while uh, as an artist. If you're someone who freaking only writes and you type a bunch and you're not doing art stuff, why are you gonna get an iPad? I mean, sure, it's very portable and convenient. I mean, sure, I mean you could, and it would do just fine. But I would say just go for a laptop at that point, you know. But the cool thing about this is if you get it with your carrier, you could actually have 4G LTE on these products, so it'll always be there, like the internet. So that would be cool. I'm sure some laptops have 4G in them. Maybe do they? Because my tablet has unlimited data. Let me look through some stuff here. Yeah, I use this to finish all my works. Like I hardly finish stuff on my computer anymore. But I mean, I mean, there's some things I have to finish on my computer, but or just better to. But you could do completely finished illustrations on here for sure. And I'm sure in some cases you might actually want to stick with that. Stick with this and finish on here. I said stick with that, as in we have no idea what the hell I was talking about. So. All right, probably going to be wrapping it up here. Almost got this monster done. Still got some work to do on him, but I'm gonna just finalize him afterwards, after this video. Do the rest of the stuff. But yeah, that's about it for now. I'll probably be doing another stream soon. I probably won't have any actual videos up for a little bit. Probably for another like 6-7 days, unless I do another live stream, which I could, but I'm probably not going to be doing any normal video uploads because I gotta get this baby done. Hey, kind of late. I'm using a screen protector that the glass screen, yes, it is quite slick. I don't I have hardly drawn on it with a glass screen. I don't even want to take the chance of scratching this screen. It's so big and beautiful. It's so nice. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, even with the, you can get screen protectors that are more matte, so it's not as slippery, but those do wear down on your Apple Pencil tips, which does suck. but it is the option if you don't mind buying more Apple Pencil tips. If you don't want to buy a bunch of Apple Pencil tips, you can get a plastic screen protector. That's just normal crystal clear screen protector that is a little bit more slippery, not as slippery as glass, but is something you can get used to, and it actually feels really nice. Once you do get used to it, I don't mind it at all. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, drawing on this screen has made me better with my traditional work because your hand gets used to being able to, like, it gets more, I don't know, your hand gets more steady. And this actually helps you steady your hand for traditional work. But no, it's not so hard. It's unbelievably slick where you're like, okay, I'm doing this. Oh, God. Like, nothing like that's going to happen. And, oh, geez, I can't. Plus, everything has a wobble to it. And all these things have line stabilization. So you can, to the point where you can almost do perfect circles with some of these things. Because honestly, the tooth to pencil and paper and pen on paper, it makes it so that way. Honestly, I really feel like they've made styluses so responsive that they actually pick up more than what it should, and then that's why there's so much jitter sometimes. Like, I'm telling you right now, there's stabilization on this pen right now. All right, my hand does not like. Let me 27 stabilization. Wait, do I have this on lock? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna turn the stabilization down. My hand does not jitter that much with traditional work. Give me a break. Look at that. Like come on. That is not it. Honestly, digital work is really sensitive. It picks up on anything you do. And it's not that it's not that the pen actually has a problem. It's not that at all. Because if I really try to make my line really steady, it will stay steady. Oh, by the way, this line purposely has some randomness to it because that's the type of pen I made it to have. So some of that is just my hand jitter. But like I've said, any good application on here now has stabilization. Now let me go back to it. It should have 27. And it gets rid of that, just like paper. Like, it gives you that a nice stabilization that you would have wanted. So gets it to feel more traditional. Because this is closer to how my lines are when I'm drawing traditionally. I don't do it too much to the point where, like, even if I mess up, it's fixed, because then I'm just messing with myself. It's actually bad, because then when I go to traditional work, I'm like, why aren't my lines working? Do I have a video on flats? Are you talking about like flat colors? I said I was gonna go, and then I just started inking and talking. Look what you guys do to me. You guys bring out the worst in me. I say I'm gonna do something and then I don't. I just keep on going. This is what streams do to a person. They make them liars. This is what streams do to a man. On top of that, I really gotta go to the bathroom. No joke. By the way, if you wanted a good example of what you can do on the iPad Pro inking wise and manga wise, this chapter would probably be the best chapter for you to look at that. Like, I don't know about anyone else who's doing like trying to do professional work or work for a studio on the iPad that is supposed to be for printing. But I do know that I'm doing that right now, and this chapter is definitely going to be something you can look at. And I'm going to try to do everything except for text on here, which you can do text on here, by the way. And you can get any font you want on this iPad, also, by the way. Um, but just for speed's sake, since I'm on a deadline, I'm going to be doing all the text and stuff on my computer. But I'll try to do everything like screen tones and all that on here, so that way you guys can I can really tell you guys, if you want to see what you can do, go check out this chapter. So, or at least what I can do on here. All right, let me just look, see if there's any, while talking about your brush, layers and flats. No, I haven't really done any videos talking about layers and flats and my brushes. I mean, I have done a video a while ago about my Procreate brushes, and I kind of showed them, but I don't know. Instead, I feel like I'm going to be doing a video where I'm literally drawing with the plainest pen you can, and then do and paint it with the worst brush possible. That's literally just a round brush, and try to make a point that I get a lot of people who ask me about my brushes or my pens, and they're really nothing amazing. I like this is a normal round ink pen, and what I did with it was, this is normal. This is all normal here. I click on this, and this is where this is all I changed. This pressure, I just made sure that there is a point here, and a point there. This, I have no idea. That was there beforehand. That was on a default portion of it. You would literally be able to take a round brush on your CLIPSTUDIO and make it based off what you see here. And then the randomness of it, turn it on, then turn it up to 70. And that's what makes it kind of look like this. This is my background pen. This isn't even my G pen. This is my G pen. Yeah. Anyways. But yeah. Just oh my gosh, I said I was gonna go. See, look what you guys do to me. But yeah, I mean, until I find a way to share my brushes, that is not my top priority. My top priority is just creating art and posting it. And if you really want to figure something out, and I'm not going to have time all the time to try to share my brushes for everybody. I don't know where to share them exactly. I'm trying to share my artwork at the moment. So I don't know if you know, even though I'm doing this for a living, and yes, I do this professionally, and I'm home drawing all the time, it's not like I woke up at like 9:20, started drawing around 9:35, and all I've done was eat, go to the bathroom, and from there, I haven't done anything else but inked since this morning, because I have a deadline to get into, and that's pretty much how it's been, very busy person. But I love it. I love it. All right, guys, I love it. Some of the things that opened my eyes to the whole brush thing, talking about the brush stuff like this, is I watched a dude paint a Santa picture or just actually I've seen it on other stuff too. I've seen people paint photorealistic paintings on Microsoft Paint, which is the worst painting program ever. It's not meant for painting. They did it through basically pixel and dot painting. And that's when I realized, holy crap, it's their knowledge of what they know, not the tool that you use. The tools you use only enhances what you know. If someone who draws stick figures gets the same tool, they're going to be drawing stick figures with that tool. Anyways, enough of my randomly. All right, well, I think that's all, guys. I think I'm going to end it there. I'm probably going to be doing another stream in the next couple days for sure. Hope you guys liked the video, and if you guys want to check out any of my other stuff or see stuff in between, you guys can check me out on my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm mostly active on Instagram right now. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.